Coming up on UIWtv, see how UIWtv officers get involved with local future journalists. Next, see what's happening with the latest Texas fashion trends. And finally, take a look at how UIW students celebrate Hangul Day. All of this and more on UIWtv.
Hello and welcome back to UIWtv. I'm Ishel Villarreal.
And I'm Miranda Ramirez. Midterm season is well underway, so we hope you all got some much needed rest from the fall break. Did you do anything interesting during the break, Ishel?
I got to catch up on a lot of sleep. What about you, Miranda?
Same, lots of sleep. Well, we have plenty of news to share with you all today, so let's dive right in.
We start by giving our condolences to those affected by the Israel-Hamas war. Israel has launched several attacks on Gaza in response to the October 7th Hamas attacks. Gaza has been cut off from supplies such as food, water, electricity, and fuel. However, the Prime Minister of Israel has stated that they will not block off humanitarian aid going into Gaza from Egypt. According to the World Health Organization, trucks filled with medical aid are currently ready to go at the border of Gaza. On a lighter note, let's take a look at what's happening within the Cardinal community. The Texas Association of Journalism Educators held their annual Fall Fiesta last week. The event gave high schoolers a chance to see what journalism is all about. The Fiesta had booths where high school students could speak with potential schools. UIWtv officers were there talking to future students at the communication arts organizations. Former Fall Fiesta attendee and ComArts graduate Antonio Bocanegra also went.
It's a good time just to communicate and connect with each other and start sparking those ideas, and that helps to continue on creating the next big thing.
If you are interested in journalism, UIWtv and the student-run newspaper The Logos are currently looking for volunteers.
UIW officially announced it has welcomed its largest first-time in-college class in more than 140-year history. The class of 1,067 students is nearly 9% larger than last fall. It also surpasses the previous first-time in-college class record from more than a decade ago. This record-setting class is part of UIW's system-wide enrollment that currently exceeds 10,000 students. That includes enrollment at the 2 UIW campuses in Mexico. Vice President for Strategy and Enrollment, John Bury, said that this incoming class is academically distinguished as it is large, while retaining all of the important measures of diversity that are the hallmark of the Cardinal community. The McNay is currently showcasing a special collection of artwork inspired by the world of Tim Burton. Our live reporter, Isabel, is on the scene right now to speak with the curator of the collection.
The objects that were actually used to make Tim Burton's stop-motion animation film, The Nightmare Before Christmas, have been in the collection for 30 years, since the film premiered in 1993. And we bring them out every few years, and this year we're excited to mark that 30th anniversary and show the Burton objects, but also pair them with amazing surrealist artworks, large-scale paintings from the McNay's collection.
Okay, and what kind of pieces or specific activities are included in the exhibit?
In a nod to Tim Burton's time at Walt Disney as an animator, we created our Hall of Peculiar Portraits. It's similar to Disney's Hall of Presidents or the Haunted Mansion, and we invite folks to take a stroll down the Hall of Portraits looking at exquisite artworks from the McNay's collection, but artworks that have just a little feel to them.
Okay, and how can someone come in and view the exhibit?
So for UIW students, staff, and faculty, we offer free admission all year round, with special exhibitions are available at a cost of $10. At the McNay's gift shop, we offer UIW students, staff, and faculty a 10% discount any time of the year with your ID. But for your colleagues who have not yet been to the McNay Art Museum, I encourage you to mark November 17th on your calendar. That's the McNay's College Night, where you and your friends can meet peers from from universities and colleges across the city. It's a free event. Come enjoy free music, free food, free admission to the galleries here. And if you want more information, follow us on all social media or go to mcnayartmuseum.org.
Thank you so much. And we're back at the studio.
Thanks, Isabel. Did you know, as a UIW student, you can get into the McNay for free? Don't miss out on your chance to see this special exhibit.
The Texas Fashion Industry Initiative hosted their third annual Texas Fashion Week at the KLRN studio from October 1st through October 7th. UIWtv reporters Alejandra Ortiz and Elizabeth Rondon had the chance to attend one of these events.
The TFII was founded in 2019 as a non-profit organization. They began hosting Texas Fashion Week in 2021 to showcase local Texas designers.
We really just want to make sure that, we're developing across states, we're connecting bridges, and we're developing those talents and those entrepreneurs that really need that startup.
The Texas Fashion Week street style event featured award-winning fashion designers from across Texas. Each designer expressed their unique sense of fashion in various ways.
I really take a lot of pride in the set design. This year you'll see there's a disco ball. I'm really proud of that. So we try to change it up every year, but in a sense where it really does showcase the designer and what they're actually showing on the runway.
From retailers and hairstylists to makeup artists and models, Texas Fashion Week creates a sense of community for everyone involved.
I loved every single thing that I wore, the walks that I had, just the love from the audience, the support. It was actually really, really amazing.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And make sure to follow Texas Fashion Industry to get more information about future events. For UIWtv, this is Elizabeth.
Looks like a cool event. If you want to become involved in next year's Texas Fashion Week, visit texasfashionindustry.org.
Hello, Cardinals. Thank you for joining me here at UIWtv for your weekly forecast. I'm Lauren Orozco, and let's take a look at today's weather. Today we have sunny and partly cloudy Thursday with a high temperature of 84 and later in the evening dropping down to 60 degrees. We also have a high humidity of 65% with a low chance of rain. We're looking forward to some clear skies throughout the week till Wednesday, where chances of rain raise to 24%. Friday, we have sunny skies with a high of 88 and a low of 61 with 45% humidities. Cardinals, we are expecting some nice weather this weekend with low winds, warm temperatures in the morning, and cooler temperatures in the evening. Saturday, we have a sunny day with a high of 89 and a low of 62. And Sunday, with partly cloudy with a high of 86 and a low of 63. As for next week's weather, expect some sunny and partly cloudy days, but with the high humidity in the mid-60s, and with low to mid temperatures in the 80s, and later in the evening, cooling down to the low 60s. Monday and Tuesday's temperatures are in the 80s, and in the evening, it will cool down to 63 degrees. And finally, Wednesday, with temperatures of high of 80 and a low of 62 degrees, there's a slight chance of rain at 24% with expected winds of 9 miles per hour. But be aware as those percentages may change. And that concludes our weekly forecast. Stay tuned for future weather updates here at UIWtv. I'm Lauren Orozco, and back to you, Miranda.
Thanks, Lauren. Let's hope these cooler temperatures stick around for a while. Before we head off to break, let's take a look at our social media question of the week. We asked, what are we dressing up as for Halloween? Well, let's take a look at some responses later on in the newscast. But don't go anywhere yet. UIWtv will be right back.
It's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously, and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
You are watching UIWtv.
Welcome back, Cardinals. I'm Rand Victoria, your entertainment host for today. It's time to get caught up on all the latest music and television, and let's get started. UIW students recently came together to celebrate a Korean holiday. UIW celebrated Hangul Day on October 9th, a Korean holiday that celebrates the invention and proclamation of Korean alphabet. In celebrating, students learn about Hangul and its cultural impact. They also watch performances of traditional Korean music and dances, all while playing traditional Korean games. They even got to try decorating fans and wearing traditional Korean clothing. And let's not forget about the free food, the snacks and Korean corn dogs.
Koreans used to use Chinese letters before, but since many Koreans didn't know Chinese letter, King Sejong made Hangul for us, yeah.
For more cultural events like this, be sure to check it out at UIW International on the Engage app. KUIW, the run radio station on campus, announced their special fall session. In the month of October, the station will be playing spooky tunes to get you in the crunk mood. On Mondays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then Wednesdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Be sure to check out at station at kuiw.org. Taylor Swift recently came out with the Eras Tour movie, a concert film of her international tour which concluded its run in the United States on August 9th. The 3-hour film features her performance at the SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, and includes a variety of songs that span her entire musical career. The film grossed over $90 million in domestic opening weekend, setting a world record as the highest-grossing concert film of all time. This is Music in a Minute. Pete Davidson recently released a parody music to the tune of I'm Just Ken. He sings about his comedy career and reputation. The 4-minute video copies Ken's moves and energy to portray what it means just to be Pete. Drake's 6-year-old son, Adonis, released his debut song called My Man Freestyle on October 15th. The music video depicts young Adonis playing basketball with his friends while singing about how you shouldn't talk to my man like that. And Hypen announced their 5-mini album called Orange Blood. The album is set to be released 2 p.m. Korean Standard Time on November 17th. Until next time, this has been Music in a Minute. Let's talk about film. Kyle Hayden is back again with another Final Cut. Let's see what he has for us today.
Welcome to the Final Cut. I'm your host, Kyle Hayden, and last Friday I got the chance to go see The Exorcist Believer in theaters. This is the 6th film in the franchise, but serves as a direct sequel to the original film, The Exorcist from 1973. The film was directed by David Gordon Green, who revitalized the Halloween series in 2018 with a new trilogy of movies. The Exorcist Believer will similarly be the first in a new trilogy of Exorcist movies, with a sequel, The Exorcist Deceiver, already being greenlit for 2025. Like Halloween 2018, The Exorcist Believer feels a lot more like a requel than a sequel, although Green confirmed before the movie's release that all 6 Exorcist films remain canon. The film is a direct sequel to only the original film, and features multiple actors reprising their roles exactly 50 years later. Although the film opened first at the box office, it has been met with predominantly negative reviews, and seeing as the studio reportedly paid $400 million alone for just the film rights to The Exorcist, I'm unsure of whether we'll ever actually see The Exorcist Deceiver materialize. But that's all I've got for you today. I'm Kyle Hayden, and thanks for tuning in to The Final Cut.
Thanks, Kyle. Although the reviews weren't so great, I hope we get to see another Exorcist movie in the future. Well, that's all we have for entertainment today, but stay tuned, sports is up next. For UIWtv, I'm Red Victoria.
you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. I'm Hannah Cash, here to get you caught up on all the latest news in UIW sports. Week 6 and 7 saw wins for the UIW football team. The Cardinals won with a score of 33-26 at the Southeastern Louisiana game. This is what defensive end Stephen Parker had to say about the victory.
How does it feel, your first Southland Conference win?
It feels sensational. I feel like we got to keep going, work harder, and just come ready for next week.
Your offense scored 33 points. How are you as a defensive player able to feed off that energy?
With my offense scoring that many points, I feel like that it's easier for us to play defense on the person positions because we know our offense will bail us out if we do need them to.
In the first quarter, Stephen Parker forced a fumble that was returned for a touchdown by safety Mason Chambers. Parker also had a great performance this past weekend where he had 2 sacks and a season high of 7 tackles. Which leads us to last Saturday's game where the Cardinals faced Texas A&M Commerce here in San Antonio. This was their 3rd home game of the year, winning by a score of 28-11. The defense forced 3 turnovers and held the Commerce offense to only 213 total yards. The Cardinals are now 5-1 under first-year head coach Clint Killow.
It feels amazing. You know, over the past couple of months, I built great bonds with teammates and coaches, and I'm just blessed to be with this group of guys.
Support the Cardinals at the next home game on November 4th where they will take on Nicholls State. Speaking of tailgating, let's look at some upcoming games to watch. First up, the women's volleyball team will be going up against Lamar University tonight at 6. Then men's soccer is also competing tonight against Houston Christian University at 7 p.m. Finally, the women's soccer team will be competing against McNeese State University tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. You can support our UIW teams by watching them on ESPN+. Last week, I took a trip to the Olmos Basin Park to attend my first ever run club. I sat down and spoke to Dr. Gwynn and UIW Com Arts students on what they love about the new founded club.
Dr. Gwynn at the Olmos Basin Park for the UIW Com Arts Run Club. Dr. Gwynn, thank you for coming on. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm feeling ready to run. Are you ready to run?
I'm not ready to run. I will be ready to run soon though. So we are here and it started this fall. Tell us a bit more about the UIW Run Club.
Sure.
And how it all began.
Run Club is really a dream of mine for the past 5+ years. And it comes from this notion that when you are an educator and you want to be part of students' lives, a couple hours in a classroom isn't enough. And so the idea is share your life with students. Running is something that I do to be healthy and get my mind right, my body right. And it's something that I want to share with students and help them fall in love with running like I did.
So you've been running for many years now. Tell us how you got started into it.
So many years would be a little bit of an overstatement. I didn't start running until I was 30. Up until then, I was convinced I am not a runner. And at around age 30, turns out, lo and behold, I am a runner.
I think everyone can be a runner. And for those who don't like running, just like myself, what's some advice you could give them, some tips?
What I'm going to tell you is like super cheesy, but the trick is you have to lace up your shoes. That's the hardest part of any run.
It's as easy as that.
It is. Once you lace up your shoes and you commit to going on a jog, it eventually just gets better. For me, it took about 2 weeks of going every single day. And those first couple of days, it was painful, side stitch. I was doing more walking and maybe light jogging. But then eventually your body just kicks in and says, I really like this. And before you know it, you crave that run because of the mental clarity it gives you, maybe even a spiritual high. Your body feels better and you have better, more authentic energy for the rest of the day.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go try and run. You're going to do it very well. We're going to go run around the Olmos Basin Park. Thank you very much, Dr. Gwynn.
Yeah, my pleasure. Come join us.
Hi, I'm Nat. The thing that I love most about Run Club is the calm community coming together, and I think it's a fun activity to do outside of school and to get closer to friends and everyone that comes. So come out and join us.
I love just getting to be with the other students here at UIW Run Club. It's so fun getting to do stuff outside of school, and I look forward to the next one.
So Dr. Gwynn, you said the hardest thing was putting on the shoes and actually starting. So that's what we're going to do. Come on, let's go, guys. I've just finished my run. I ran 2 miles. Dr. Gwynn's coming up on his 3rd mile. Let's see what he has to say. Dr. Gwynn, you just finished your run. How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel like $1 million. Let's go again.
Let's do one more lap, do one more mile. Follow UIW, come on Instagram for the next Run Club in the next 2 weeks, and I'll catch you again soon. For UIWtv, I'm Hannah Cash, and this is Dr. Gwynn.
The next UIW Run Club is this Saturday at 7 p.m, so come out and join us. And that is your weekly roundup on all things UIW sports. Thank you for tuning in. For UIWtv, I'm Hannah Cash. But before we go, I'm curious to know what our viewers are going to be for Halloween. Ishelle, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Hannah. Let's take a look. Ren Victoria commented that he'll be going as Spider-Man. Lillian Molina said that she'll be dressing up as Padme from Star Wars. And Gael Martinez is going as William Afton from Five Nights at Freddy's. And that concludes our show. Thank you for tuning in to UIWtv.
We hope you have a fun and safe Halloween, and make sure to tune into our next newscast on November 2nd. For UIWtv, I'm Miranda Ramirez.
And I'm Michelle Villarreal. This has been UIWtv.